Well, Picard won't actually say it himself, but we found out in this episode, Cam, Broken Pieces, that yes, he does love Data. But does Data love Picard, Cam? Does he have the capacity for that? Picard doesn't seem to think so. What about reciprocal feelings here in this android universe?
Well, okay, let's think about this. Like, you think about the time they spent together. Often Picard was like the boss, the mentor. But let's talk about the personal time. I remember, of course, when Data was rehearsing Shakespeare with Picard. You know, that was something.
Does that mean that, like, Data loves Picard?
Well, Shakespeare was the language of love, was he not?
I am thinking about kind of the technical aspects of this because,
Sure.
you know, Picard says, well, he didn't have the capacity for love. We saw in Generations, he does get the emotion chip, and he's pretty goofy in that one. Grating is kind of the word that many people say. We see that the emotion chip, he has a capacity to turn it on and off by Star Trek First Contact. I think that's kind of a cheat, but it does end up with a fun sequence in which the Borg Queen activates it to create anxiety within Data. Yeah. This man had the capacity to process emotions here. Do you think Picard, who has a tough time with his own emotions, maybe he's just in denial with the thought of an android loving him?
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. Picard is a pretty icy character. We saw he warmed up in the Nexus a bit, and he's been warmer ever since. But, you know, I don't know, like, does Data have the ability to experience a love that we would understand, or is she saying that he loved him in a way that only an android can understand?
And that's just it. Is it like love, or is it just love programming? Like, that's the things, like, you can't actually put yourself, like, you can understand artificial intelligence in the ability to compute things, you know, the way that a human being, a sentient life form would, but to feel things, how do we know that they're actually feeling things that the way that we do?
Right,
you
and
know?
if it's all programmed, you know, we think of love as like something that's like, you know, organic and just kind of is this bizarre energy we can't understand. But if it's programmed into someone like a Data, does that make it less valid?
Yeah, and so I don't know. So to answer the question, Picard, Data loved you.